People, welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. Back at it again, back at it again, back at it again. This time with another interesting piece of story, non-transfers, because I think Arsenal transfers are not really interesting anymore. With 3 days to go, even 2 days to go, and then you have bids bounced, you have hope reducing day by day. Transfers are not interesting anymore. Let us look at the probable lineup, the predicted lineup. Who will start against Sheffield, because that is what we have to focus on. Look ahead, Arsenal. Look ahead, Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Let us look ahead. We are at the Emirates Stadium this Sunday, and we'll be taking on the club itself, Shefield United, in the English Premier League at exactly 16 hours, 4th of October. No fans in the stands, but who will start for Arsenal? I think it's going to be a 3-4-3 again from Mikel Arteta. However, there isn't anything bad if we saw a 4-2-3-1, because I think he did well against Liverpool, and it's high time we started adjusting, from the 3-4-3 to another formation that is more suitable, either 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, which I think would be the better lineup for us, throughout the season. Not really. I don't think he's going to make so many changes as Mikel Arteta. He's another rigid manager. I've noticed he's another rigid manager. When he decides to use Rob Holding, you can't change his mind. When he decides to use David Louis, you can't change his mind. He's another rigid manager. But anyway, let us look at what kind of lineup he would bring onto the pitch tomorrow as we take on Sheffield United. Remember, at the Emirates Stadium last season, it wasn't the best of cases, but of course, when we went to their pitch, we lost 1-0. The biggest strength we have is that they no longer have their scary goalkeeper, Dean Henderson, who was on loan from Manchester United. So probably that would give us an upper hand in this game, but I'm not really sure about that. If you look at the league positions, before we come into this game, Arsenal is in position 6. 3 games played, 2 wins, 1 loss. Of course, that loss comes comes from that game we lost against Liverpool. And then if you look at Sheffield United, you'll have to scroll down. They are in position 19. They have played 3 games so far. They have no win. Is it true? Yeah, they have no win. They have no draw. That means they have lost all the 3 games, and they have a -4 goal difference. They have not scored any goals. So probably that means we are going to be playing one of the sides that have really started so badly in the season. So I think this is where we have to wash away the transfer stress. Starting in goal will be Bernd Leno. After all those reflexes, after all those big performances, Bernd Leno must be one of those goalkeepers that are fantastic in the league. One of the best 3 goalkeepers in the league. I'll talk about Alisson, I'll talk about Leno, I'll talk about Ederson of Manchester City. I think those are the 3 best goalkeepers in the league. I cannot really name them in pecking order, but you expect Bernd Leno to start, and I expect him to be strong, because he's going to have to do a lot for Arsenal this season, a lot for Arsenal, especially when we have that midfield that is like a pit latrine. Is going to be exposed and exploited all the time. So that means he is going to have to stick into there. So many balls are going to come across his way, and he has to remain the savior even this season. Remember last season, he was a savior. Him with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Bukayo Saka lifted Arsenal, and they were our saviors. But this time, I think Bernd Leno should actually get his good gloves back, because this season he needs to be even better than we expected. You remember, last season all of us knew we were bad, but this season we think we are good and we are worse. That is why we need Leno, because literally he's one of the best players in the team. Leno, Gabriel, and Aubameyang, plus Kian Tierney, 3. Anyway, Bernd Leno to start in goal. I think that never changes. Kian Tierney is fit, so I don't expect any changes, any crap and trash changes from Mikel Arteta. He should play Kian Tierney position, not Sid Kolasinac, not anyone else, not Ainsley Martinez, not Bukayo Saka. When it comes to the to the left back, he's the best player in that position. So Kian Tierney, no words for him. He's one of the best left backs in the league. One of the best left backs in the league. So you know we have seen so many left backs come and go, but I think Tierney is becoming, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to become one of the best, or if not the best player in the left back in the league. Gabriel Magalhaes should be coming back, shirt number 6. Such a good performance against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, but I think all the games he has played this season, 3 of them, he has had very good performances, very good aerial duels, very good ground duels. I think he's the player that must be playing in that defense alongside William Saliba or David Luiz. But this case, I think he's going to bring back Rob Holding because, like I said, he's very rigid, man. He's very rigid. Mikel Arteta, when you talk about, players like Saliba, players like David Luiz playing with Gabriel and Tierney, that would be a complete centre back. If you want to use 3 players in the back, use the best. Why do you pick the worst and then you want 3 defenders? It doesn't make sense for me, but I think Rob Holding might make a start. If he doesn't make a start, then I'll be happy to see David Luiz there because I'm very sure you guys want to see William Saliba, but he is not going to feature in that lineup. I'm very sure about that. Of course, he has personal problems. He has lost a mother. He's still a teenager. So I think we have to go slow on him. But I think Rob Holding, Gabriel, and Tierney could be the starting lineup. Could be the starting defense tomorrow against the club itself, Sheffield. In the midfield, I think he'll pick 4, and of course his usual 4: Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos, Heki Bellerin, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. But I think in my case, where Ainsley plays, I'll give Bukayo Saka because I think if I can mention the 3-4 best players of Arsenal in this season, I'll mention Gabriel, I'll mention Bukayo Saka because he has always pushed for the best. Whenever he has been, whenever he's been put on the pitch, so I'll call for him, Bukayo Saka. I wouldn't call for Ainsley. And then where Hector Bellerin plays, you'd either play Ainsley Maitland-Niles because he's as versatile as that. He plays on the left and he plays on the right. So you play him where Hector Bellerin plays because literally Hector Bellerin has not done any good things this season. Not any good things this season. So I would stick with Ainsley. If not, I'll bring in Cedric. Cedric had a very good game against Liverpool. If you guys still remember, very good game against Liverpool, and I would give him a chance to start against Sheffield because this is these are the games. These games try to give you a starting point. Like you want to find your lineup. Hector Bellerin has not been playing well. Rob Holding has not been playing well. Why don't you drop them and then bring in another couple of players because these could be better than the trash you have. Anyway, Dani Ceballos starts with Granit Xhaka. It's a midfielder I look like that looks like a hologram. It looks like a hologram. It's shadow. It's shadow. Sheffield is just going to pass through because Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos, whenever they have been on the pitch together, we have seen what they can do. I'm not going to really put much pressure on Ceballos because he's a forward player. But if you ask me what he does really, what he helps us going forward, statistically, I'm going to ask myself, if I can just look at his statistics this season from a few games, okay. Matches played, he has played a total of 3 matches. He has started 1. Minutes per game, 44. Goals, none. Goals per game, none. And goals and similar big chances, none. Shots per game, none. Assists, he has 1 assist. I think that is the West Ham assist. Touches, he has 58.7 touches. Big chances created, 2 chances. Key passes, 0.7. Accurate passes per game, 86%. Accuracy in own half, in his own half is 93. Accuracy opposition half is 81. Accurate long balls 71. Accurate chipped passes 40%, and Accurate crosses, that is a 0.3, which is a 50%. When it comes to defensive wise, interceptions per game is 1.7. Tackles per game is 1.7 as well, and then possession won is 0.3. Dribbles passed per game 0.3, and then clearances per game you have you have 1.0. So I think he's one player that really doesn't convince me that he brings so much on the table. I want to be honest, doesn't really convince me that he brings so much on the table. Then the front three is Aubameyang, who needs to score because he has not been scoring in the past 2 games, and obviously if you think about it, Aubameyang has not been scoring for one reason: we are not creating chances for him, and we just failed today to sign a creative midfielder because of a whole lot of crap that I cannot even explain on this show. Lacazette remains because every game he has started for us in this season, he has scored. He scored against West Ham, he scored against Fulham, he scored against Liverpool, and he scored a penalty, I think, when in the Liverpool game. So he has scored four times. In the last 4 times he has been on the Arsenal pitch. Probably we need to give him. And then there is a big debate between Willian and Pepe who would start. But I think the performances of Willian this season only guarantee that he must be a starter ahead of Pepe, because really Pepe has not done so much. He needs to improve some on his game. Right now that we are not bringing in so many players, I would even suggest that if we go for it 4-2-3-1, you would make Willian a number 10 and make Pepe come back in his right position, give him game playing time. You reduce the number of defenders in the midfield, add one midfielder, who in this case could be just Willian. So I think that's a probable lineup we could go for. Shefield United, they have Aaron Ramsdale as the predicted lineup. Aaron Ramsdale, Ethan Ampadu, the newcomer, John Egan, Chris Basham, George Badlock, John Ludastrom. Ludastrom is the man we have to watch out for. Sander Badge, Ben Osborne, Enda Stevens, and then the 2 strikers is David McGoldrick. This is the other player we have to watch out for. David McGoldrick, and then Oliver Back. Those are the players that they could line up with tomorrow. Prediction in this one, I think Arsenal 2-1. 3-1. It would be a decent win, and then we look ahead. Arsenal, look ahead. Don't forget, I'll be dropping a match preview video. I'll either be live. If I can't come live, I'll be dropping a video about the statistics and what we expect out of the game. Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe.